U.S.-Cuban relations will affect the case of an American woman on the FBI's most wanted list who has been living in Cuba for decades. Here's CNN's Jason Carroll.
I learned a lot from people.
Asada Shakur is somewhat of a cause celeb in Cuba, called on to speak about issues such as equality and human rights. But it wasn't always like this. In fact, she didn't always go by the name Asada Shakur.
The addition of Joanne Chesimard to the FBI's most wanted terrorist list.
Shakur's given name is Joanne Chesimard. Last year, she became the first woman added to the FBI's most wanted terrorist list, a $2 million reward offered for her capture in connection with the fatal shooting of a New Jersey state trooper in 1973.
While living openly and freely in Cuba, she continues to maintain and promote her terrorist ideology.
Back in 1973, Chesimard was a member of the Black Panther Party. In 1987, Chesimard, while a fugitive in Cuba, talked about what happened the night she and two of her companions were stopped while driving on the New Jersey Turnpike.
We ate, we got back into the car, and shortly after, we were stopped by police.
She claims things turned violent, almost without warning.
He had a gun in my face, and I put my hands out like this. In a matter of seconds, I was shot.
When the shooting had ended, State Trooper Werner Forster was dead. Chesimard and another man charged with his murder. What happened out here at the New Jersey Turnpike took place decades ago, but one chilling detail is still very clear to state troopers. According to the FBI, Forster was shot at point-blank range with his own gun. A jury found Chesimard guilty of murder. She was supposed to serve a life sentence, but 2 years later, she was broken out of prison by 3 armed members of the Black Liberation Army. And after hiding out for years, finally surfaced in Cuba. She was granted asylum by Fidel Castro. Since then, state officials have fought for her extradition. In 1998, New Jersey's Governor Christine Todd Whitman had this message for Chesimard.
You are holding up the ability of the Cuban population to enjoy a better relationship with the United States by your presence in Cuba.
Now, an historic shift in U.S.-Cuba relations. Could it translate into an extradition agreement? One that would finally force Chesimard back to U.S. soil to be held accountable for her crimes?
What Cuba wants always is to get into a swamp situation. And for U.S. officials, that's a very difficult road to go down.
Over 4 decades since the shooting, troopers here in New Jersey are still waiting for justice.
Jason Carroll reporting on that story right there. U.S. officials say this case did come up in recent talks on improving relations with Cuba, but at this point, there is no resolution. Well, a U.S. soldier got